Good morning, viewers. We are here again on Blockchain World, and certainly our final episode for the year. Compliments of the season. While you are spending your Christmas, I have good news for you, investors who have stakes in various crypto projects. I may delight you to know that a substantial number of crypto projects crash from early token dumps, but smart ones use what is termed as token locking to thrive. Now, what does this mean? And of what benefit is it to communities, investors, and projects? Now, to expatiate on this, we have Mr. Moses Obaje, aka AI Prof, and Mrs. Shifra Poloma, aka Digital Mama. Both are instructors at the Digital Assets Management Academy, Abuja. Glad to have you and compliments of the season, my guests.
Thank you, Mr. Tochukwu. Same to you. I hope you are already preparing for the celebration. I'll be coming over very soon.
Everyone should be ready for the celebration. Of course, I have my co-host, Amiable, Ibrahim Umawasi. Ibrahim, good morning, and compliments of the season.
Compliment of the season. Good morning, Mr. Tochukwu Raphael. Good morning, AI Prof and our digital mama.
Good morning.
Good morning. Compliments.
Right, let's get to the program. Now, Mr. Obaje, what is token locking on decentralized exchanges, and why do projects use it?
All right, thank you, Mr. Tochukwu, for that line of question. It's a very, very simple definition when we talk about token locking. Now, token locking involves placing tokens into smart contracts. And these smart contracts, the sole aim is to prevent them from being sold, from being transferred, or used until a preset time or condition is met. So when tokens are locked, you cannot sell them, you cannot transfer them, you cannot use them for anything until a preset time, because when tokens are locked, they are time-based. You can lock tokens for 6 months, for 1 year, for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. So until that preset time that you set the lock, there is nothing that you can do with regards to those tokens that you have locked. And it is also a means of securing your asset, because any token that is locked cannot be accessed by anybody, by any party, until the set time for it to be unlocked. And why is this so? It is often applied to team and advisors tokens. Maybe the token, maybe the creator has a team and they have certain quantity of tokens. Now, this team or the advisors on the project can lock certain quantity of this token for certain reasons. Okay, we have the liquidity pool tokens. They can also be locked. And then we have the vesting schedules. This has to do for investors or contributors as far as a project is concerned, so that you don't just go there because of emotional sentiments and begin to dazzle the market either by selling or transferring or conducting any other transaction. So all these things we are talking about, they are on-chain processes and they are transparent. Remember, the blockchain is much more secure and a transparent protocol. So, and the basic reason why this is done, locking is done, is because it reduces reliance on trust and also increases accountability. All right, when tokens are locked, it increases the trust potential of both investors, partners, the community that is backing up that specific token, and it makes it much more easily accountable to those who watch from outside to see whether this is a project they can dive in or not. So that's the reason why tokens are being locked. Thank you very much.
Okay, now let me get you correctly, because you need to give concrete illustrations for our viewers to understand why tokens are locked. If, for example, there is a bull run, and you have your tokens locked, during bull runs, investors might have this urge or desire to sell their tokens. So what happens then?
All right. Where you have bull runs, token lock is token lock. When you lock, you have locked until that set time that you have set it to unlock. Whether it is bull run, or it is horse run, okay, or it is rhinos run, that token is locked, and it is locked until that preset time. You understand? And that is why when you are locking, as an investor, you shouldn't be looking at what is going to happen in the next 1, 2, 3 years, because let's assume you are looking for the next 5 years. Now the bull run for this year, let's say the peak of the bull run takes Bitcoin to maybe $150,000 per coin, and you have locked your Bitcoin. Maybe when you locked Bitcoin, it was at $100,000, and at the end of the bull run, it got to $150,000. You have locked for 5 years, knowing that the bull run is coming. What I'm looking for is not $150,000. Okay, you are anticipating that maybe in the next 5 years, what people will sell at $150,000 because of bull run this session might be sold at $300,000 or even more by the time your token is to be unlocked. So as far as you have locked your token, there is no going back. There is no going back. It is locked. It is locked, no matter what happens in the market.
All right, Mrs. Paloma, let's have your own thoughts on token locking and the essence of it.
Well, one of the reasons why tokens are locked is, one, to create scarcity as well. When you create scarcity, the demand will show up. Why are you creating scarcity? Because once those tokens are locked, it means there will be no transaction, buying and selling, for the quantum of the tokens that are locked. So you see, it has reduced the tokens in circulation automatically, just so as to create, a pump as well. Then secondly, it reduces the buying and selling pressure, because some people are so emotional that when they see just a 10% or a 5%, when the value of what they have increases with either 5 or 10%, that itchy hand is eager to take profits. We encourage especially those that have itchy hands that may not go well for them. Once they lock the token, they reduce the buying and selling pressure. And then these small investors, small investors are, you are like helping them to grow, because once their tokens are locked, they know that they will not have access to it until the maturity of what they have locked. Then, secondly, it shows commitment, long-term commitment by the holders and the holders of the project. It shows they have confidence in the project, and they are committed to ensuring that the project stands the test of time. So the potential increases in value over time also, when it is locked, like I said earlier, it means you are holding a certain percentage of the token that will not be usable within that particular period of time until the unlocking time is over. So I think these are part of the reasons why tokens are locked. Reducing the selling pressure, and then the long-term commitment, creating scarcity to give the volume, the token value. And then it will enable the whales, when they check a project, they see things like that and they say, okay, this community is really committed. They have confidence in the project. That's why they are locking. So it's something that I can, hop in and then invest as well. Thank you.
9. Ibrahim, you are muted.
All right. Thank you, our digital mama. Because of the fear of the unknown, most of us, the newbies, have this fear that if you lock it and it happened to be appreciated, not depreciated, so there is a likelihood that you might lose your that opportunity. And sometime in crypto space, opportunity came but once. So what's the advice? The advice you give to people like us on the amount we are supposed to lock and the amount that we should keep and allow to be doing transaction with?
This is simple. It depends on your, your dream size. You understand? Like we said, once you lock, you have a timeline. It's just like when you have a fixed deposit. You must allow it to mature. It's the same thing with locking. So it is incumbent on you to either look for a percentage, maybe 50%. Per adventure, you have 1 million tokens. You can say, okay, I will lock 500,000. And then I will lock 600,000. Then I will keep 100,000 per adventure. I have need. You understand? And it increases in value. I can touch that one. You understand? So it's an individual thing, but then it is advisable. If you feel you may have need or issues may arise that you may need something to handle your issues, fine. You can keep some of the token and then lock some. Because once you lock part of the token, you have zeroed your mind until maturity. And like Prof said earlier, even when it matures, in the course of locking, you have to indicate how you want the vesting to be, how you want the unlocking to be after maturity. Maybe I lock 1 million tokens and I can choose to say, okay, every month, I want 20% or 25% of the token to be unlocked, or 10%. Then it will give you a duration of time. If I'm locking 10%, it means for the next 10 months, 100,000 tokens will be released to me monthly. But the choice is entirely yours. So you determine how you want it, because the smart contract, as you are locking, it prompts you to impute what you have made up your mind to do. So it's not sacrosanct. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I don't know whether Mr. Moses Obaje is still with us. I would like to ask the question that how can we lock our digital access on DEX? How can we do that? Mr. Moses Obaje, are you with us? All right, I think Digital Mama, you can answer the question.
The smart contract for locking of the token, our token body scan AI is on Jupyter. All you need to do is to make sure you have the contract address of Bodyscan AI ready, have the wallet address of where your token is ready as well. And then you now proceed to type in Jupyter.com, or they will give you a link, then you click. Once you click, the prompt now starts. It now asks you questions. You input the contract address so that it knows, peradventure you have other assets in your wallet. That is why you need the contract address. So you now paste the contract, copy and paste the contract address, copy and paste the wallet address of where your asset is as well. Then you follow the prompts. It will now ask you how long are you locking? Maybe 1 year or 5 years. Then you impute. Then it will now ask you the vesting, how you want the unlocking to be done. You can now impute either 10% or 20% or whatever percentage that you want for how long you want it. Whether it's monthly, whether it's 2 weeks, the choice is entirely yours because the prompts are there. So it's your choice. Once you go through the processes, then you now lock. For example, now in Bodyscan AI, we have a promo that is ongoing. But this promo is meant for new wallets. You can have an old wallet, but then it's meant for new wallets. If you want to get a reward, participate and get a reward, it means you must do a fresh purchase of 2.5 million tokens and above. And then once you finish the process of locking, you can now share your wallet address to us on Bodyscan Army page so that we will now verify, because the locking period for the promo started on the 21st, that's Sunday. It will end on the 31st of January 2026. So once you're through with your locking processes, you now share the details to us. And then we'll make a verification to ensure that, yes, you did lock. And the number of days that the promo said you should lock is 13 months. That's 396 days. So we'll ensure that you have followed those due processes, we validate. Then from our community posts, that's where we want to share out that reward based on the number of participants, where the community bank is willing to share up to 5 million tokens to whoever that will participate in the promo. But then as community members, we are encouraging ourselves to avoid itchy hands, like I said earlier, and to avoid unnecessary, emotions, to lock what you can afford to lock, and then keep what you can afford that will take care of you within the process, within the course of your locking period and the project itself. Thank you.
Right, Mr. Pache, you are back. I would like to ask this. Are there dangers involved in this locking of tokens? Any danger at all?
You see, if you have been very well, in the course of responding to your first question, there is no danger. Why do I say so? Because once you lock, any token you lock is much more secured because nobody, no hacker can access those tokens. Because one of the greatest fear of people or investors is someone coming to steal from you what you have in your wallet. All right? But once a token is locked, no one, I repeat, no one can have access to that wallet. And like, if you are looking at, let's assume you are looking at, because in the crypto space, adoption matters a lot, right? Now, once there is more of adoption, the price continues to skyrocket. If you are looking at, okay, maybe the token might lose value when it is being locked, and maybe I needed to sell also at I will still be in the market instead of me losing out. No, because the essence of locking, just like Digital Mama mentioned, is to create a scarcity, right? Lesser tokens are in the market, are in circulation. And in business, the lower the quantity, the higher the demand, all right? And also it will be the higher the price. So there will be a reduction in the supply, the circulating supply in the market, and there will be a higher demand because it is a utility token, and because there is a higher demand, the price will skyrocket. So even the danger of you losing out is not there, because you tend to even earn much more better when you lock and for a longer period of time, because the longer it stays, the better the project becomes, the stronger the community, and then the better interest you will get at the end of the day. So as far as I'm concerned, there is no danger involved, because one of the greatest challenges, like I mentioned, is security. When you lock, your tokens are secure. And one good thing is, even when you lock your tokens, at the verge of, let's assume your wallet is hacked. Your tokens have been locked, but your wallet was hacked. Now, let's assume you locked 80% of your tokens and you left 20%. Hackers can have access to that 20%, but that 80% can never be accessed by the hackers. And by the time it is time for you to unlock those tokens, you can change the wallet. You can change the receiving wallet from that wallet that has been hacked to another different wallet, so that when you are unlocking the tokens, it will not go back to that wallet that was hacked, but it will go to your new wallet, which is much more secured. So I see no danger. I see more security when you lock your tokens. I do not envisage any danger. It's unless maybe your wallet has been hacked and then you are careless and you refuse to go and do the needful so that you can change the receiving wallet, then you might be at risk. But apart from that, it is much more secured to lock your tokens. No dangers attached to it.
Solomon, you earlier talked about steps in which one should take to lock a particular token, but I think it has to be more of a practical thing than just explanations with the mouth. Many of our viewers will not understand what you may say in the future. So can we do something practical now, or should we leave it later on?
I don't know if Prof is ready, he can take us through that. If my device might be having, I don't know.
Maybe we should use body scanning AI as an illustration or example on how to lock.
Yeah, so if AI Prof is ready, or else in the next class we can do it in the next program.
The next program will be next
I know
year.
that now I know that I have done a video. Yes. I personally did a video on how one can lock any token, but I use body scan AI as a case study to do that. You understand? So there's a video that's already trending on how to lock your tokens. If you need that video, so you can share maybe on your YouTube, you understand? I can grant you access to that, you understand? Right. So that you can have access to that. Because of our time, you understand? I can grant you access to that video so that you can share on your social media channels, and I think it will go a long way. I'm using a laptop at the moment. So if I say I will lock now, I'll only show you the process, but I might not be able to access the site and do the normal locking. But I've done a video in regards to that.
Okay, let's hear from Mr. Paul Elumba, please.
Okay. Thank you very much, and good morning, everyone. I must say, I'm enjoying this topic today, and it is a very unique and wonderful one. One thing that attract me in this particular topic today that I like about it is the safety of one's assets, because once you lock it, no, no any thief, no any hacker can have access to your assets, and most importantly, you are contributing to the growth of that particular project and the blockchain ecosystem at large. So then concerning this video that is being talked about, produced by Prof, it is in Dharma Academy YouTube channel. So it's there. Any person who wants to have access to it can actually have access to it. So I will find a way to get it across to your links so that you can equally have access to it. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Paul Lumba. If you want to ask any question or make any suggestion, you are free to do so. We are still talking about token locking, the benefits that we accrue to investors who will, key into this venture. All right, Mrs. Poloba, we have talked about price stability. How does locking of tokens, lead to price stability?
Like I said earlier, when tokens are locked, you are reducing the circulation that is going to be in supply, and it makes the project have some sort of stability in the liquidity. Because if the tokens are not locked, everybody is buying and selling. You see the way it drops, you understand? But the stability that it will have is like, for example, if like maybe 40% or 20% of a token is locked, it means the market capitalization cannot go below that, what is locked. You understand? So it gives it some sort of stability. Per adventure, there's a sell. Too much sell will not go below the locked. That's what I mean by that. So it helps to, stabilize the liquidity. The liquidity will not go below what is locked. Why? Because what is locked is locked. There will be no activity on what is locked until the maturation of that very particular token. Thank you.
Great.
Yes, Mr. Moses Obaje, I would like you to give us, should I say, motivating word as newbies on why should we consider locking our coins? And second, what do you like the most about locking? She talk about, is it making it to be scarce in the market, which will lead to the raise of the value of the coin. Apart from that, is there any other thing? Is there any interest attached to it, like you save to some time and you are going to earn some coins or something like that?
Well, Mr. Ibrahim, to me, there are a lot of benefits, all right, to locking. Like to the community, it has its own advantage. To investors, it has its own benefits, and even also for the project itself. You understand? So let me begin. From the project itself. Now, when a project has a locking mechanism, or the community decides to lock, it's number one, it demonstrates professionalism. That means there is enhanced credibility and market perception. Because when you lock tokens, it shows the long-term intent of that project. So it helps the project to stand out in crowded, decentralized exchange environments. Because like we rightly used to say, we have over 20 million types of cryptocurrencies in the market today. Now, a project that has this locking mechanism stands out. It shows that this project has something in it that people are locking for a long time. This project is not a project that will just come and fizzle out within a short period of time. So it enhances the credibility of such project. And because of that, there will be sustainable growth. Because when people envisage that this project is for a long term, there is that tendency that people will want to dive in. So, when you lock, you are preventing early sell-offs. Early sell-offs. People don't just go and sell off what they have. So projects can focus on product development. Like now, we know that Bodyscan AI is an app that is being developed, okay, that has to do with health and wellness. Now, when you lock your tokens, be it to the project, be it to the community, or be it to the investor, when you lock your tokens, your focus is no longer that token, because you don't have access to that token. Your focus will be on the product development. How far is the development ongoing? What phase are they? What line of action are they taking? What do I need to do as also a part and parcel of this community to aid to see that this development comes to limelight? Knowing fully well that when this comes to limelight, when it is time for you to unlock, then you are unlocking as a big boy, because by that time the market will have grown so massively, because the utility of that project is live. People are seeing it, people are accessing it, people are making use of it. Remember, we said for Bodyscan AI that for you to access the full functionality of that app, you must have a little token of the Scan AI. Now, by that time, remember, there will be limited supply in the market, because there is this locking mechanism. Part of these tokens are not in circulation, and because there is a kind of scarcity, the market will continue to skyrocket. You will continue to see the green candles rolling, because a lot of people will want to have full access to the functions of this app. And so therefore, they will key into the market, and you see the green candles rising and rising, and which will cause sustainability in growth. Okay? And then you will see that is when partnerships will come in. All right, that's when you see the expansion of the ecosystem without constant price pressure. You won't see that price pressure where the paper house will be willing to even go and sell. By that time, everybody will want to hold on to what he has, envisaging what will happen tomorrow if I sell today. So there will not be that constant price pressure on those who are willing to sell. The price pressure will be on the buying side. All right, and this will improve the liquidity confidence of that project, because more liquidity will be coming into the project, which will stabilize the project very well. Now, that being said, when you look at the investor side, one of the benefits to the investor is that reduced downwards risk. Because one thing investors look at is, okay, let me not put my $1,000 and then by tomorrow it becomes $100 or less. So locking mechanisms lowers the risk of sudden token dumps. You understand? Because what do I mean by dump is people just going to sell off their tokens abruptly. Let's assume the token is on maybe $1, and then peradventure it drops to $5. Now there will be selling pressure because the paper house will want to go and dump. Instead of me losing out, it's better I just dump the token and walk away. But when tokens are locked, there is that it lowers the risk of sudden dumps, either by founders or either by early holders, which is one of the biggest concerns that we have in decentralized exchange investors. So when there is that lock-in, it lowers that risk. And remember, I think Digital Mama talked about vesting. When we talk about vesting, is okay, you lock your token for 5 years. Let's say you assume you lock 5 million, and in that 5 years, the vesting helps to calculate what you need to be taken out of that you're locking. Instead of you unlocking 5 million at the same time, it might say, okay, can you vest for 10 months? That 5 million will be released bit by bit in 10 months. So even if you have that intent of dumping the project, where you are having 500,000 pieces coming into your wallet, whether you drop 500,000 pieces, you still have 4.5 million pieces in your wallet that is waiting to be released in subsequent months. So vesting and lock schedules allows investors to model future supply. What is going to happen in the future? Do we have that chunk that will just come into the market and crash the price? No. You understand? So it enables more informed decision making and risk management to investors. They can easily manage risk as far as the project is concerned, because it gives them a prediction of the token supply of the market at a specific period of time, and this brings about stronger investment thesis. Because projects.
What do you mean by vesting in this context?
Vesting is the releasing pattern of your tokens that have been locked. Okay, is the releasing pattern. Now you might decide to say, okay, I want these tokens to be released. 5 million tokens to be released in batches for 10 months. If it is calculated, 500,000 for 10 months will give you 5 million. You might decide to say, okay, these 5 million pieces, I want it in 6 months. Okay? The system will calculate and divide that 5 million pieces into 6 months, and then every month it is being released based on that calculation. So that's vesting. All right? That's the vesting period when you are locking tokens. Now, maybe you are having just, let's say, 10,000 pieces, and then you've locked 10,000 pieces, and then you look at, okay, I want it to be for 10 months. That means you'll be getting 1,000 pieces every month for 10 months. And assuming that 1,000, let's assume it is $10 now, but this can grows to $10 per token, okay? And you are releasing just 1,000 every month. That's $10,000 every month. That's $10,000 every month. So that's the good thing about vesting. All right, it helps you regulate how you take out your tokens that is under lock. Is that okay? So
yeah.
Back to what I was saying, when I look at stronger investment thesis, projects with structured token locks tend to be perceived as more mature and disciplined. Yes. So it makes them much more attractive to both retail and institutional participants. So when investors see that, okay,
Babaje, right? You're still watching.
you as a person, yes, I can. Yes, you can come. Please. Let me hear you. You're trying to say. Oh, all right. No, now for an individual, I've talked about number one, there is trust and transparency. When Teams tokens are locked, as a community member, you gain confidence that this project is not going to die abruptly. This project will not rug pull you. All right? This project, the developers cannot just come and say, okay, we are exiting the project. All right? Because on-chain locks are publicly verifiable. Today, if I want to go and check how many tokens have been locked for Bodyscan AI, I can go and check. And by so doing, it reinforces credibility in the mind of that community member or the person who is holding that token. Now, Digital Mama have mentioned it, I've mentioned it, price stability, because it reduces immediate circulating supply, helping to limit excessive sell pressure. Then this often results in less volatility. You know, we used to say that the crypto space is a volatile market, but when there is price stability, there is less volatility, and there is a more sustainable price trajectory. That's why I said you will see the green candles much more consistent than you will see the red candles. So there's going to be a much more sustainable price trajectory. You will see less volatility, less fluctuations in price when tokens are locked. And then this long-term alignment, because when tokens, it signals commitment. Communities, external communities are more likely to engage, are more likely to pull into that project. They are more likely to contribute to that project. They are more likely to advocate for that project. And then when these things are done, those who target the long term come out strong, come out with better interest margins, which I believe that is the focus of every businessman or woman or every other investor, to see that he has a better interest margin in his or her business. So you as an investor who decides to lock, I bet you are standing at a better advantage of having a better yield in terms of return on your investment at the time you are unlocking that which you have locked. So that is the little I can say, Mr. Ibrahim, with regards to
Exactly,
your
quite
question.
interesting, Mr. Obaje. Thank you very much for that deep explanation. Let's hear your final thoughts, Mrs. Koloma, especially on Bodyscan AI, your forecast on the way it will be next year, because this year is already in its twilight.
Can you come again?
All right, what's your forecast for Bodyscan AI token for next year? Especially so that we newbies will have hope.
My focus for Bodyscan AI, with this locking mechanism that has been adopted, I'm looking at anywhere between $1 to $5. I'm just being modest.
It's all right. Okay, no problem. That's good. Mr. Obaje, let's have your final thoughts, please, before we close.
Now for Bodyscan AI, let me not be greedy, but I envisage that the app will be out in 2026. That's my my thought. And once this app is out by 2026, with this locking mechanism, Bodyscan AI will skyrocket. I might go beyond that of Digital
Exactly.
Mama.
All right.
I might go beyond Digital Mama. But my final words, my final thoughts with regards to this topic, token locking on decentralized exchanges plays a crucial role in building sustainable ecosystem. For communities, it builds trust and stability. For investors, it reduces risk and increases predictability. And for projects, it strengthens credibility and supports long-term growth. Now, as decentralized markets mature, a call came in, well-structured token locking will remain a foundational tool for responsible and scalable development of any project. And Bodyscan AI will never be an exception. So thank you. That's my final thoughts on this topic. And I wish each and every one of us a very beautiful Yuletide season. Thank you, Mr. Tochukwu.
All right, let me say a very big thank you once more to our beautiful guests, Mr. AI, Moses Obaje, aka AI Prof, Mrs. Chifra Poloma, Digital Mama, instructors at the Digital Assets Management Academy in Abuja. Thank you very much for your wonderful insights on the topic we have had today. Viewers, I hope you are enjoying your Yuletide season. As you are enjoying, remember that we will always have a lot of Christmas periods ahead. Next year, next 2 years, it will always come. So do not expend all your financial resources on unnecessary things. Rather, buy more and more tokens, especially for this kind of AI, invest more in it, and then key into this token lock-in so that you will have a huge and colossal store of wealth for yourself, for your family, for your generations to come. All right, that's it on Blockchain World. I am Tosh Raphael. See you again next year for a fresh edition. We'll always have, if you love this episode, if you like this program, do not hesitate to hit the like button, make your comments, share this video, and subscribe to DDM TV. From me, it is Happy Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Thanks for watching.